Hello there, and welcome to a different kind of episode of Walk Talk. Right off the bat, I'm going to be carrying a pallet 50 miles, so I'll be doing 5 squats with this titanium walk to prepare for that. So let's do that, and then we can get on to reacting to a video because that's what we're going to be doing this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I'm sorry if there's going to be some audio issues here. You may want to crank up the volume to hear this video that we're going to be reacting to here. This will be Super Sweet Shirt Co. Reacting to Phoenix Jones documentary, The Rise and Fall of Phoenix Jones. I had left some comments on their video quite a while back there, and they had hearted my comments, and I had also left a comment that was really mean because it basically said this is just an hour and a half of somebody sucking Phoenix Jones's dick, because he, like I, was overtaken by the story of Phoenix Jones and saw him as a shining example of a hero. And I want to return to that mindset and remember what it was like to see somebody react with the glowing stars in their eyes, like, wow, the real life superhero. But I also want to criticize how it makes people. I was a little frustrated because he seemed a little blind to some of the criticism that was coming at Phoenix Jones. But let's not delay any further. I've kind of cut off his intro, which was basically saying that this was originally streamed on Kick, and I think he called this the Xcast. And so I do wanted to mention information like that, but we only have so much time because of my time limits and my storage limits. So I have to make these about 15 minutes long. And so we'll get about 10 minutes of reaction time split over into a whole bunch of parts. So watch the original video on Super Sweet Shirt Co. Phoenix Jones, The Rise and Fall of Seattle's Real Life Superhero. But we're going to be giving our 2 cents on this person's reaction. Let's get on with it before we spend any more time rambling. And again, sorry for the audio issues. Get some headphones, crank this sucker up.
I'm going to start this off. This is a Phoenix Jones documentary that a woman made, and it focuses around the beginning of him, his start, how big he got, and how it spiraled to a place that you never would have expected. Let's take a look.
Across the world, hundreds of individuals are patrolling the streets of their hometowns, seeking out injustices where they might be of service. Some are looking for crime to document, report, or in rare cases, intervene. Others are simply hoping to inspire their community with small acts of heroism, such as handing out food to the hungry or giving a car ride to a would-be drunk driver.
This is the kind of stuff that you would think most of the indie super.
Oh, technical difficulties. Come on, keep going. Come on. Don't do this. Oh, come on. Fucking Jesus.
I want to call them indie
Thank
superheroes, as if there's like major ones. But I guess if I had to consider on the scale of things, looking back at the independent superhero movement, Phoenix Jones would have been a major league player. But like that guy, the guy on the left, and like these guys, I would expect that these guys are just patrolling the streets, giving sandwiches to the homeless.
As a homage to their comic book inspirations,
I don't like how that's said like it's a negative thing. Um, Also, the idea that there's these tiers, that Phoenix Jones is on some higher tier. I will agree that he kind of raised the bar as to what it meant to be a real life superhero, but I think in other ways he may have lowered the bar in some ways because, well, he's got flaws. Let's just leave it at that for now.
They adopt colorful costumes.
And that's not nobody. That's Al Caballero. I can't pronounce his fucking name, but that is a man who worked with Phoenix Jones there, and he's a real deal motherfucker. He's the reason why you don't wear tights when you go on patrol. He just about lost his dick.
Costumes and pseudonyms, like Redbud Woman and the Crimson Canuck. Each has a different MO. Polar Man travels the streets of Canada, shoveling snow from driveways. The DC
Polar Man travels the streets of Canada, helping people shovel their driveways. I mean, like we do get door to door people here. I live in beautiful Buffalo, New York, and we do get people that pop in from time to time that want to rake leaves or shovel driveways. If one of them showed up in a costume and called themselves Polar Man, because I turn these other people down. I don't ever. I can do my own thing. I can rake my own leaves and shovel my own drive. I've got a snowblower. If you live here and you're of my age and you're hiring people to shovel your driveway because you can't take the time, it's ridiculous. But if Polar Man showed up, now that's a different story.
You're the right man for the job.
patrols the United States Capitol.
That is loud.
Copies of the Constitution. Most consider their efforts.
So that guy, that superhero, he travels around handing out copies of the Constitution. So you can see the drastic difference between a guy like Phoenix Jones who actually looked for confrontation, like physically he was putting himself into serious confrontations, like a real superhero, not like the Constitution guy or Polar
The type of
Batman didn't go and fight drunk people coming out of bars. So I'll just say that when someone says that's what a real life superhero does, like that's the standard. I'll just reply to that a little bit. I don't remember any real life superheroes in the comic books stopping drunk people or starting fights with drunk people because they said the N word. Yeah, I'll just carry on.
Of inspirational cosplay, with a bit of live action roleplay included for theatrical effect. But of those who have truly modeled themselves after their fictional counterparts, who devote their lives to martial arts training, push their bodies to peak fitness, confront criminals who react violently toward them, and operate alongside a police force who are continuously looking for reasons to get them off the street, there may only be.
Now, I will just comment on what they just said there, that they confront criminals who react violently to them. If someone is reacting violently to you just because you're standing out because you are a superhero, maybe you caused the problem. I always want, if someone's coming after me just because I'm wearing a cape, I will stand my ground sometimes, but I'll never pursue them. Like, I'm the thing that's out of the ordinary. You could call me a public disturbance in a way. If I have disturbed the public, I have become a public disturbance, and it's not up to me to be mad at the other guy. But if somebody asks, "Do you have a problem?" and I ask, "Do we?" Neither of us are causing issues. We're just concerned citizens.
You won.
Furthermore, whenever you inject yourself into an issue, there's always the problem that could get worse, and that is people can misconstrue intentions, it can escalate the situation.
Armed with a $10,000 bulletproof suit, a stun baton, 2 million Scoville pepper spray, and a GoPro, Phoenix Jones is perhaps the closest thing to a comic book hero we've ever seen. And during his decade of activity, his fans have watched him transform from hero to anti-hero, and finally, to what he fought so long to protect Seattle against.
I guess it's true what they say. You live long enough as the hero, you see yourself become the villain. Very bad, I guess.
This is the...
I now no longer see that as a quote from Batman or The Dark Knight. I now consider that a quote about Phoenix Jones because I think it was used to refer to his story way more than it was to refer to uh, like anybody. Like people just had to use that one. It was just too perfect. It was too perfect.
Rise and fall of Phoenix Jones.
So without giving any spoiler here, because I'm gonna tell you what happens to Phoenix Jones. I do know what happened to. I haven't seen this whole documentary, by the way, but it is upsetting because I remember back in 2011 when I heard about this guy. I thought it was awesome. Being a fan of comics, I thought Phoenix Jones was awesome.
That's it right there. That sparkle. That seeing somebody just be happy to know that real life superheroes exist. That's what I love about this reaction specifically. As much as I criticize it at certain points, I really love this guy's energy. It's contagious. Because of that contagious energy, might have been why I typed up so much in his comment section there. You can see it now. I deleted the mean comment, but I left a little introduction to myself, and I also mentioned how Thanatos got his guts stabbed up handing out food to the homeless people, and he still helped his community. And so I resented the idea that real life sandwich handler is like a negative, like somehow you're not a hero because you do that. It's ridiculous to me.
His full title is Phoenix Jones, Guardian of Seattle, and his story begins in late 2010 when local news began reporting on a mysterious.
God, I just got a comment. Doesn't he got a swagger? Motherfucker knows how to walk. There's Phoenix Jones, the greatest, the self-proclaimed greatest real life superhero. But I think I better wrap it up because we're kind of out of time. Um, there will be a continuation of this. I will continue on right from where we left off. I will start off with the squats like I do every time because this is walk talk, even though I forgot a fact about my walk. Everything that I do, including carrying around a titanium walk, titanium shield, whatever you want to call it, was inspired so much by Phoenix Jones and other real life superheroes. That's the fact for the day. But yeah, I'm Joseph Arthur Roszell. You might know me as Captain Canada. I want to wish you all the luck in the world, and I want to thank you for watching. I love you, and I want you to know that suicide is never the answer. Peace out for now.